Aboard this Northrop Grumman Cygnus cargo ship rides precious cargo for the crew of the International Space Station. 3,700 kilograms of food that includes, perhaps most importantly, a pizza kit for the 7 astronauts on board. Of course, Cygnus brought other things like a mounting bracket for solar wings and a slime mold for a French experiment called Blob, but you might sum up Northrop Grumman's 16th NASA supply run in 2 words: pizza delivery. And not a moment too soon, as the ISS crew likely worked up an appetite in this week's unsanctioned Space Olympics. The crew split into 2 teams, Soyuz and Dragon, and competed in zero-gravity games like synchronized floating and gymnastics. No word from NASA if anyone medaled. Looking deeper in space, NASA Mars rover Perseverance, or Percy for short, definitely did not win a medal this week for collecting Martian rock samples. Percy rolled according to plan and bored a hole nearly 3 centimeters in diameter, but the sample tube was empty. Scientists at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, or JPL, say the rock was not robust enough to get a good sample. But like any champion in waiting, Percy and her team will keep trying, in this case by finding a new dig site. Also from Mars, or rather above it, comes this image snapped by Percy's travel buddy, the Ingenuity helicopter. Look closely and see if you can spot Percy. I couldn't either, but the team at NASA's JPL kindly included a zoomed-in image that shows the rover near the top of the frame. Scientists say Ingenuity's travel photos make way for a new game they play called Where's Perseverance? Meanwhile, mixed news this week for those of us on Earth. Scientists fine-tuned the path of the asteroid Bennu and found the odds of it hitting our home planet are much higher than previously thought. That said, chances are still very low. NASA's OSIRIS-REx spacecraft heads home after collecting rock samples from the asteroid and gathering enough data to better predict its path for the next 200 years. Finally this week, on the heels of a downright scary climate report from the United Nations, a look at methane gas, which scientists consider a major factor in global warming and far more dangerous than carbon dioxide. Methane is a byproduct of the oil and gas industries, and using an infrared camera that costs almost $120,000, researchers can see the invisible gas leaking from power plants. Around 60% of the world's methane comes from human activities like agriculture, waste management, and fossil fuel production. Methane plumes are even visible from space. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.